everyone.
Welcome back to our chat. Good to have you with us.
It's good to be here, Alex. Today, I want to talk about something that really helps with speaking English.
Oh, tell me more, Emma. What's on your mind?
It's about chunks. You know, not individual words, but groups of words that go together.
Ah, chunks. That's a great topic. I think many people don't really think about them.
Exactly. We often learn single words, right? Like apple or go or happy.
Yes, that's how I started. I thought I needed to know all the words.
Me too. But then you try to make sentences and it sounds, well, a bit stiff.
Stiff, yes. Or like a robot. You put words together one by one.
Right. But native speakers don't do that. We use phrases, whole groups of words.
That's true. We have these common ways of saying things.
Like, how are you? That's a chunk. We don't think how are you.
Never. It's one sound. It comes out naturally.
Or, I'm sorry. It's just a phrase. You don't build it from I and am and sorry.
That's a good point, Emma. It sounds simple, but it makes a big difference.
It sounds simple, but it's really the key to sounding more natural.
I guess so. When I think about it, I use many chunks every day without even noticing.
Exactly. So, for English learners, focusing on these chunks is super helpful.
Instead of just single words.
Yes. When you learn, how are you? You learn it as one unit.
And you learn when to use it.
Right. Like, how are you for a greeting? Or, how do you feel if someone is sick?
That's a good example of two different chunks. They both have how and you, but mean different things.
Yes, the context is important. You learn the whole chunk and its meaning.
So what's another common chunk you think people should know?
How about I don't know? It's so common.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great one. We say it so often.
Yeah, instead of thinking I do not know, you just say I don't know.
It's fast, and it sounds natural.
Yes, and the pronunciation is part of the chunk too. I don't know.
That's interesting, Emma. So, the sound itself becomes one unit.
Exactly. When you try to speak English, do you sometimes feel like you're translating word by word in your head?
All the time, especially when I'm tired, or if it's a new topic.
Me too. And that's when it gets slow and hard.
Yeah, you stop and think about each word.
But if you have chunks ready, you can just grab them and use them.
That makes sense. It's like having building blocks that are already connected.
Yes, exactly. Imagine you're building with Lego. You could build with individual tiny bricks.
That would take forever, and it might fall apart.
Right. But if you have bigger pieces, like a whole wall or a car door already made,
Then it's much faster and stronger.
that's how chunks work. They are pre-built pieces of language.
I like that analogy. Pre-built pieces.
So, how do you think people can learn these chunks better, Alex?
I think listening a lot helps. Just hearing how native speakers put words together.
Definitely. Listening is key. And not just listening, but listening actively.
What do you mean by actively, Emma?
It means trying to notice the phrases, not just the main words.
Ah, I see. So if I hear someone say, "Could you please pass the salt?"
You notice could you please as one unit, not could you please.
Got it. And then maybe try to use it myself.
Exactly. Repeat it. Say it out loud. Practice it.
I remember a time when I was trying to order coffee in another country.
Oh? What happened?
I knew coffee and please, but I couldn't put them together smoothly.
Haha. I know what you mean. Did you just point?
Pretty much. I wished I had known, "Can I get a coffee, please?" as one chunk.
That's a perfect example. That whole phrase is a chunk.
If you know that, it's so much easier. You don't have to think.
Yeah, Alex. You just say it. And it comes out naturally.
And people understand you better too.
That's not always true if you just use single words. They might get confused.
That's true. My coffee example, "Coffee please," is okay, but "Can I get a coffee, please?" sounds much better.
Much better. And more polite too.
So, what about when you make a mistake with a chunk? Does that happen to you?
Oh, all the time. Especially with idioms, which are basically long chunks.
Yeah, they're tricky. You can't guess the meaning from the individual words.
Exactly. I once said break a leg to someone who was actually going to break something.
Haha. Oh no. That must have been awkward.
It was. They looked at me so strangely. I learned that chunk means good luck the hard way.
That's a funny memory, though.
It is now, but at the time, I just wanted to disappear.
Haha, I get that. So, for beginners, we should probably stick to simpler chunks, right?
Absolutely. Start with daily phrases. Good morning. How are you? Thank you very much.
Those are all great chunks. Easy to remember.
And useful in almost any situation.
Do you think learning grammar rules is less important if you focus on chunks?
That's a good question. I think grammar helps you understand why chunks work.
But for speaking, chunks are more direct.
Yes, for speaking naturally and quickly, chunks are faster.
I guess so. When you're in a real conversation, you don't have time to think about verb tenses.
Exactly. You just need to say what you want to say.
And if you have the right chunk, it just comes out.
What's your favorite chunk, Alex? One you use all the time?
Let me think. Maybe "no problem." I say that a lot.
Oh, that's a good one. It's super useful.
Yeah, instead of "it is not a problem," which is correct, but "no problem" is just faster.
And more friendly too.
That's not always true for every formal situation, but for daily talk, it's perfect.
I agree. For daily talk, it's perfect. My favorite is probably you know what I mean?
Haha, you do use that a lot, Emma.
I do. It helps me check if people understand me.
It's a great conversational chunk. It keeps the flow going.
It sounds simple, but it really is. It connects my thoughts to the other person.
I guess so. It shows you're engaging with them.
And it gives me a moment to think of my next words.
That's a clever use of a chunk. I haven't thought of that before.
Haha. Sometimes we use them without thinking.
Absolutely. That's the goal for learners too, right? To use chunks without thinking.
Yes. The more you use them, the more natural they become.
And the more confident you feel when you speak.
Definitely. It feels so much better than trying to make every word perfect.
My biggest mistake when I started learning was trying to build every sentence from scratch.
Oh, I know that feeling. It's like you're trying to build a house with only tiny nails.
Exactly. You need some pre-made walls and doors.
So, for anyone listening, start looking for chunks today.
Listen for them. Notice them.
And try to use them yourself. Even small ones.
Thank you is a chunk. You're welcome is a chunk.
Even just hello or goodbye. They're chunks.
So simple, but so powerful for natural speaking.
It sounds simple, but it makes a huge difference.
It really does. So, Emma, any final advice on chunks?
Just have fun with it. Don't stress. Just listen and repeat.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Exactly. Thanks for chatting about this, Alex.
Always a pleasure, Emma. Thanks for bringing up such a helpful topic.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
See you next time.
Before we go, let's practice some useful sentences. It sounds simple, but it makes a big difference.
It sounds simple, but it makes a big difference.
I guess so. When I think about it, I use many chunks every day without even noticing.
I guess so. When I think about it, I use many chunks every day without even noticing.
That's not always true if you just use single words.
That's not always true if you just use single words.
If you know that, it's so much easier.
If you know that, it's so much easier.